a service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is right across the top of the CNC local news page. Some signs of life have emerged for the moribund Medley Center, the old mall in Irondequoit. East Irondequoit School District officials said they understand the Rochester Broadway Theater League is close to announcing a deal to put its new Performing Arts Center in the Medley Center space. That did not stop the East Irondequoit School Board from voting Monday night to impose a hefty fine against the mall's developer for failing to perform up to his property tax abatement deal. The East Irondequoit School District is part of the tax reduction granted to developer Scott Conjal and his Burson Properties in 2009 when they announced plans to redevelop the disused mall into a mixed-use hotel, retail, office, and theater complex. Unfortunately, Conjal announced his plans just as the nation tipped over into the Great Recession, and nothing has happened with the redevelopment so far. The pilot, or payment in lieu of taxes agreement, said Burson Properties needed to make a $90 million investment in the Medley Center by this past spring or pay financial penalties. The County of Monroe Industrial Development Authority accepted that Conjal and Burson Properties made that deadline, but the East Irondequoit School District believes he was $24 million short, more or less, and the East Irondequoit School Board voted Monday night to fine Burson Properties more than $827,000. At the same school board meeting, East Irondequoit Deputy School Superintendent John Abbott said a formal announcement is expected this week on a deal to locate the Rochester Broadway Theater League's Phoenix project at Medley Center. That's what RBTL calls its plan for a new 3,000-seat performing arts center that would draw more Broadway shows to Rochester. They've been looking at proposals from city and suburban developers since the Renaissance Square project collapsed in 2010. The RBTL has been talking with Scott Conjal for most of this year. The organization said it will not comment on what was said at the school board meeting until sometime on Tuesday or perhaps later this week. Groundbreaking is coming Tuesday afternoon for the new RTS Transit Center, the 87,000 square foot transit or bus station in the Main Street area. It will have 30 bus bays handling 100 buses an hour. It'll be a $50 million project, mostly funded by the Federal Transit Administration, and that project is going to be on Mortimer Street off of Main Street. It should bring 400 construction jobs and open mid-2015. By a split decision, 3-2, the Pittsford Village Board of Trustees has moved the Westport Crossing condominium project forward. The vote by the Village Board is one of 3 key approvals needed before Pittsford Canalside Properties, LLC can start construction on the 185-unit complex on the Erie Canal off Monroe Avenue. The project still needs approval from the Village's Planning Board after a public hearing, and it also needs approval from the Village Preservation Board. The Village has been working with the developers over the past 4 years to address concerns from Village residents who oppose the project, mostly in terms of scaling back the size. 2 heated public hearings last month ran on for hours, mostly over traffic concerns and changing the historic character of the village. The project is planned for 7.5 acres of land between the canal and the CSX railroad tracks, site of the former Monaco Oil Company asphalt plant, which was shut down some years ago after repeated environmental law violations. The developers are part of Mark IV, which built the Cornhill Landing project on the Genesee River in downtown Rochester. Mark IV says the Pittsford project will be comparable. It's planned to have a restaurant, underground parking, and docks for the residents' boats. A Rochester man was treated at Strong Memorial Hospital after being struck by a car near the corner of Joseph Avenue and Kelly Streets Monday afternoon. Police say the victim, a 62-year-old man, was apparently loading a parked van when that van was hit by a passing car. The impact left the man with a serious head injury. The driver of the car was also taken to Strong for evaluation. Her passenger was not injured. And Rochester police are investigating a double shooting in Rochester Monday night. 2 men were taken to Strong Memorial Hospital after they were shot on the northeast side. Police say the 2 men, ages 36 and 47, were shot and wounded near the corner of Draper and Concord Streets. Both were shot in the extremities. Their injuries are described as non-life-threatening. Police are investigating. They have no arrests at this time. To the left of this player window are links to these and other news stories, and at the bottom of the page, links for you to use. You can directly post us news items, things that you've written, or things that you want us to check out. We are also a community news resource, so let us know about your wedding announcements, birth announcements, business openings, all that sort of thing, and we'll put it right up here on CNC News. Next news is as it happens, updates when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.